that performance. Even in Fury, imagine Fury going into a fight against someone he really believes he's completely wiped out. What motivation is there for him to train as hard as he could train, to be as diligent as he could be, to really, really nail it on? I think he's overlooked Wilder because he's judging him on that performance with one arm. He took those right hands and thought, I can take his right hands, but how about if they were right hands with a dodgy shoulder or bicep detached? So I'm coming from a completely different angle. I'm judging, I'm ignoring the second fight, so I'll watch the first fight again and think, okay, if Wilder isn't wild like he was in the first fight and he throws a lot more body shots, I think then he's got a very, very strong chance of knocking Tyson Fury out. Very strong chance. So, and the odds as well, you get like 3-1 for a Wilder knockout. So if I'm going the opposite way to everybody else. I haven't met one other person, not one. I've never had that before. There's always other people who kind of, literally, I'm the only guy who sees it this way, but maybe it's because I'm looking at it from a different perspective. Yeah, maybe.
Deontay Wilder's come out and said that October night's going to be easy for him. What do you think about that?
What do I think about that? That man is an idiot. That's a crank, that. He's living in cuckoo land. Tyson will put him in the intensive care unit. And I'm telling you now, Deontay, he's not in the devil's playground now. He's not getting it alive with all them people. So, making your job easier, he's got me now, and we are going to put so much work in to crush you, my friend. It's going to be untrue. So let me tell you, stock up on toilet roll makes you going to need it, because we're training hard, we're training to move mountains, and you're just a bump in the road, my friend. You're getting it, you dosser. You're a bum, and a horrible bum at that. You're getting it, pal. We're putting the work in. This brain, Tyson's brain, when we unite, we're unbeatable. Especially somebody like you, a one-trick pony with them skinny legs underneath you. He's going to hit you that hard on the chin, he'll break them 2 chicken legs with one shot in your chin, and you will never box again. Guaranteed that, pal. Take that on board. You better do.
John Fury, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV.
God bless you, boys. He's got a lot to prove, Deontay Wilder. He'll be coming to right a lot of wrongs, and he's got a lot to do. He's got to get his country back on board. He's got to resurrect himself, and he'll try and do that. He'll bring his A game, but I know for a fact his A game just ain't going to be enough. If you beat a man twice, you've got his number, haven't you? So he's definitely going to beat him again. I know he'll beat him, but it's how he beats him. You know, and I've got a funny feeling that you're going to see a more aggressive, explosive Tyson right from the off, because that's what frame of mind he's in. He's in killing mode, Coogan.
Now, of course, we move on to October 9th, BT Sport box office, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, the trilogy. Are you going for the same thing, mid to late rounds for Tyson?
Yeah, I think he'll get to him. I'm not going to be wrong, but I don't see what he can do. I can't see him outboxing Tyson. He's a dangerous puncher, but I just can't see how he's not going to outbox him, and I can't see, other than landing bombs, and he's going to have to, you know, catch him clean. And if he does, we all know he can do that, but I just can't see him winning the fight. I can't see it.
Again, like I don't think Fury will lose a second of one round. I think it will be a complete shutout. But Wilder has the ability to knock any heavyweight out, so he's got to be switched on. And listen, even though the Undisputed is off the menu for now, I hope he wins. I do. And then obviously the WBC must make it right and order the Dillian White mandatory straight away.
I do. It's just about attitudes. Now, Wilder's been seething for the past year or so. I'm waiting for revenge. You know, he's thinking, he's obsessed about Tyson Fury, no matter what he says to us. The problem is, has he changed anything apart from the people around him? Has he changed anything from within, in mindset, and why he won or why he lost? If he's not changed that, exactly the same thing will happen all over again. He's taken on Malik Scott, a man who he's beaten before, so what can Malik Scott tell him what he don't know? This is the common sense I'm talking about, and I'm not saying you've got to be a good fighter to be a good trainer. What I'm saying is you get fighters, you get trainers. Malik Scott might be a better trainer than he is a fighter, but my common sense in my head is if I fought you and I'd beaten you, and then I picked you to be my trainer, I know you ain't telling me nothing I don't know. So it tells me Wilder has probably not added anything to his game plan. He's not added. He's probably intensified it. So therefore, I can see round one going boom. He's straight after Tyson Fury, trying to knock him out. and getting rid of him, because that's what he has to do, jump on him early. Because as the fight goes on, the more you favour Tyson Fury. Many times before we've seen Wilder behind on points and pop, brings that shot out. So we understand he can do that. With Tyson Fury, my only worry is, has he taken his eye off the ball in this time, you know, being distracted by all the trappings of his success of dethroning Wilder? If he hasn't, I expect it to be the same result around the same time. And then what happens? What's the excuse then? But I'm looking forward to it, and it should be a good fight as long as it lasts.
Doesn't that provide a bloody exciting fight? If Wilder's going to come out the traps looking to get Fury out there early doors, obviously that could lead to him walking onto a massive shot from Fury.
That'd be like me running up northbound of the M1 southbound, trying to dodge all the traffic, knowing if one hits you, you're gone. You know, and so that's how dangerous that is. But it's so exciting for us as fans to watch that, and I'm sure Tyson Fury is expecting that. Tyson Fury is the taller, the longer, the sharper of the two. So he's thinking, come on, let it rain. Let me show you what I do with the rain.
Well, it could be an early Tyson Fury knockout then.
Could be because Wilder will know. They'll get desperate because they'll think, I don't want this fight to go too long, because this guy's going to lean on it. He's going to make me work for the win.
That actually probably provides the most exciting fight out of all the three. I think it's going to be intriguing.
It is very intriguing. Of course it is, because you've got a good boxer in Tyson Fury and a good banger in Deontay Wilder. So it's going to go one way. I can't see it going the distance. I'd be very surprised if it went the distance, because there's a lot of feeling and hold on, let's see if we can get it.
Oh, that was average.
There'll be a lot of bad feeling amongst the fighters, regardless of what's happened, and regardless of these guys talking off camera to each other. Realistically, you know, they've got to. They want to just shut this argument up. Wilder wants to right what he thinks is a wrong, and Fury's thinking, you know, you've messed me around. I've had to wait and hang about and not fight because of you. So again, it's just at last they can get in the ring and fight.
What do you remember about sparring Tyson Fury?
He was awkward as hell. For a big guy, he was very busy. Movement was mad. It was just like trying to fight through spaghetti, man. You just couldn't get to where you were getting to. And I can imagine now he's matured and he's got a lot more experience. I can imagine it being hellfire to get to pin down. And the thing is, he's very good at playing the fool to catch the wires, because you look at him and he doesn't look that effective. You listen to him, you think he's talking BS. But then you get in there, you've got to take this man serious.
Well, I hope that Fury can put a performance in like he did before, because, you know, Fury's my guy. I want him to win. Nothing against Deontay Wilder. I like him. I think he's great. He's a good talker, although he's sometimes he talks and you think, shut up now, then that'll do you. But you can think that about a lot of people. You can think that about me. And he's a big puncher. He believes in himself, and he had a torrid time in that second fight with Fury. He got battered from pillar to post. And then he got finished off in the corner, and it was a bad loss for him. And then he talked about how heavy his ring walk thing was, so it made himself look a bit stupid. So he's really got a chance here to redeem himself and get himself back in the mix, or at least put a good. Even if he don't win the fight, if he goes in there and puts a good show on, and comes away with a points loss, then he could probably take that. But you've got to worry about Fury. AJ and Fury rattling around my brain still. You've got to worry about Fury because, you know, with the personal issues he's had at home with his newborn, and with the fact that he's not in mega shape in between fights, and the break that everyone's had now with this pandemic, it's been a bit of a nightmare.
Plandemic.
Well, call it what you want, but you know,
that's a conversation for another day, maybe.
It's been a long time out of the ring for a lot of people, and I don't think the time out of the ring favours Fury. I really don't.
How do you think Wilder approaches the fight?
Well, he's quite wild, isn't he? You know, that's why he's remembered quite easily with his name like Wilder, and I think he'll just try and get in range and try and close the gap a bit sooner and let that right hand go more often, even if it's around the body and shoulder. Eventually he might land one on the chin. But he needs to be aggressive. He needs to look for the counter or look to be aggressive. Otherwise, he's going to come unstuck again. He'll just get bullied around, pushed around the ring by the bigger guy. Fury's so much bigger than him, so much more weight behind his punches, I just think it's tough for Wilder, who's not massive, to get the win. But he's a massive puncher, so he's always got a puncher's chance.